Okay.
I didn't get my
All right,
script.
sit down, sit down. You may be seated. Okay. We will now begin the case of the Little versus Rambo. This is a case about God. Little, remind me what the case is about.
About vandalism.
Vandalism, right? Yes. Sorry, it was Little
Yeah.
placing signs around
Allegedly.
Rambo, allegedly around the Rambo's property, which caused him emotional damage as well as that second charge. Raz, can you confirm on that?
Public nuisance.
Public nuisance. Public nuisance. Okay, so what I want to be clear on what the charges are.
Trespassing, damage to property, emotional distress, and nuisance. Public nuisance.
Hold on, I'm gonna put these down on my phone. Just give me 10 seconds. I want to make sure I'm getting this.
Doesn't even have notes like I do.
Okay. Raz, repeat them again slowly, please.
Damage to property, emotional distress, and public nuisance.
And these are all civil, as far as I'm concerned. So he won't go to prison. It'll most likely be a fine or something if he's found guilty. Allegedly, he's not. Put that trapdoor back, Little. Okay. Rambo. Okay, yeah, thank you. So we will now. Do we want this to be a jury trial, Little? Do you request a jury?
I am stern in my defense, and I know I'm not guilty. I'll be fine.
You want a trial? Do you want? You're here. Take a seat, Rambo. Take a seat. Very nice skin.
Oh.
Okay. Little.
It's a bit.
Little, do you want a jury? All right. Do you want a jury or not?
Say that. Probably should tone it down a little bit for the court skin.
No, I don't want a jury. I'm fine.
No jury.
He can't right
did
now.
he take your
yeah,
seat?
it's fine.
Oh, did he take your seat? Oh, did he?
Permission to hit him.
Permission? Okay, fine. Your food, sir. Whatever. All right, Little. Can I explain to you your rights? Okay. You have the right to request a jury trial, but if you forfeit that right, I will be the one deciding on a bench trial whether you're innocent or guilty. So it's up to me and only me. Then is that fine with you?
Well, the court. Yeah, proceed. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Make it known on the record. Make it known on the record that the defendant has waived his right to a jury trial. We will now proceed with a bench trial, which means that I, the judge, the Honorable Judge Cleaver, will pronounce whether he's innocent or guilty on my own. And I will then sentence him based off of my finding whether he's innocent or guilty. No need for a jury. So everyone who's in the audience can stay in the audience. Okay. We will now begin with, now that that's all cleared up, we know what the charges are. We're going with a bench trial. We'll now proceed with opening statements. Yes. And we will start with the prosecution representing himself. That would be Little. Can you please approach the lectern and give me an opening statement? I presume you know what that is. I don't need any witnesses, evidence, nothing like that. I just want a statement. Wait.
I'm being alleged.
Wait, no, your defense.
Vandalism?
Wait, no, your defense. No. Wait, go back
Why
to
did
the
you call me up?
prosecution first. My bad. I'm having a migraine. That's the excuse. Prosecution, go. Opening statement. No
Tell me
witnesses.
what would you like to hear? Because I might ramble.
I just want to hear why you think he's guilty, basically in a concise manner, without calling witnesses or bringing up every evidence. Just saying like what the charges are, like he's guilty of this, and trying to convince me. Usually it would be a jury, but trying to convince me why you believe that he is guilty without bringing in any evidence or witnesses. That comes later. Got it? Just very briefly.
Little has placed a sign on Rambo's, my client's property, without the approval of Rambo himself to place it on his property, promoting his own little areas. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much that.
And what is that? Has that had any effect on the client in any way? Is there any? Yeah.
Your Honor, if I may butt in, Your Honor,
Yes, you may.
I have property for sale in the area, and that sign could be potentially damaging by taking away from people going to look at the property for sale. So it potentially caused me a loss of property sale.
Understood. Okay,
well.
Raz, continue.
That was. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. Take a seat. That was beautiful. Very concise, very nice. Little, come up. Give me your opening statement. Similar fashion. It can be longer, obviously. Go for
Rambo,
it.
get in the chair.
Also, can someone hit that light with an axe where Rambo's sitting? It's gone a bit dark over there.
With an axe?
Hey, Little, hit that
Right.
light if you would. There you go. All right, beautiful. Little, everyone take their seats. Little, begin with your opening statement, please. Let's hear it.
Your Honor, how do you know it was me?
That's not a very good opening statement. They
Okay.
might just present evidence.
All right, let them present the evidence.
Okay, fine. Beautiful opening statement.
Thank you.
This is going remarkably quickly, by the way. This is a lot slower last. Okay, we'll start with evidence and witnesses then. So this is the section where the prosecution will offer their initial argument. They can present any witnesses they like to the event. They can present any evidence they like that would prove this isn't a criminal trial. It doesn't need to be steadfast, but it needs to be pretty secure. That proves that the defendant is guilty. And then the defendant will go after that, call witnesses, present evidence, and there might be time for rebuttals. So prosecution, Raz, go ahead. Evidence, witnesses, come up to the stand.
If I could have everyone look into the voice chat text, I'll be presenting a picture of evidence. In this picture, this is the home of my client Rambo, and he can confirm that is his place behind the sign. And in the center of the picture, you see a sign that says "Check out Little's Bodega," giving precise coordinates. And not only has Rambo seen this, but also I have seen this. Right when I first joined, it was actually Little who showed me this sign as Rambo was showing me around the server.
Is this in Minecraft chat now? Because I can't see it.
It's in the VC comms messages.
VC.
VC comms.
For the
Thank you. I see. Check out Little's Bodega, -180. Okay, yeah. Got it.
That is
Your
my
Honor,
first
I'd
piece
like
of
to make
evidence.
it apparent.
Wait, can I just say something quickly? I gotta say that the evidence for the charges the charges are that Little, it does say check out Little's Bodega. This doesn't. All right, anyway, I'm gonna let you continue. This doesn't 100% prove it was him, but it goes pretty far to prove it was him, I would say. All right, let's continue.
Why would anybody else advertise for him?
Yeah.
People
Well, that's
love
what we
me.
need. That's what Little will try to prove. Okay.
People love
Or
me.
argue. Anyway, Raz, continue.
And Your Honor, my argument is that with all his little builds, he's been a little excited and very putting it out there about all his other little builds. So what's different from this sign versus all his
I
other
haven't
little
put up
builds?
advertisements for any of my other builds. Why would I say now?
Especially
you need to object if you want to say something.
if he's advertising for everything and he's got a pattern of it, and I have witnesses saying that they literally showed
You can call your witnesses now. If you want to talk about witnesses, call your witnesses.
Raz,
Literally me.
my representation is one, and I have one that's sworn under oath that also says that there's signs posted other places.
Your representation can call you as witness, but you can't call him as witness. So if you have a witness, he'll have to call you up to.
I would like to call Rambo up as witness.
Rambo, join the witness stand, please.
Oh my God. Is that this one right here?
Hopefully you're not driving still.
No, I'm in the parking garage, but I have to go up to the tower soon.
Yeah, just stand there. Yeah, point the microphone towards you. Okay.
Yeah, it's the microphone.
Good. Raz, you may now ask Rambo any questions. And then afterwards, you're done with your questions. Then Little will cross-examine. Got it? Let's go.
Copy that. Rambo, when was the first day that you saw Little's sign posted right in the middle of your home?
I don't know the exact date. I'd have to look at the screenshot when I sent it to the judge and my legal representation, but it's been almost a little over a week, I'd say.
Little, you can object at this time if you ever need to as well, just so you know what your right is. Okay, continue.
Rambo, did you ever approach Little about said sign?
I did not.
Can you confirm that or deny that, Little?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, just want to make sure it's clear. And so Rambo, how did this how does seeing the sign make you feel about someone just rummaging through your property?
I felt invaded. I felt like he posted something, and I understand that he's probably excited about something he built, but he didn't ask my permission to post the said sign there. Had he asked my permission, it would have been different, but he took it upon himself to post something on my property without permission. And I don't know where he got what if he took those resources from my resources too? I don't know. And then he posts a sign saying, "Come check out my bodega." It would have been different. If he me a note and left me a note on my front door or something. But he's literally advertising his build and property on my property, taking away something that I worked really hard to build. And he thinks he's just gonna post a sign up on my property and potentially take away from everything that I've built hard or worked hard to build, you know? And I even have property for sale right there. What if somebody went to go look at the property and instead they got distracted by his bodega or whatever it is, whatever his
This is
build
going
is?
on a bit. Next question.
That is all I have for now.
Is that all? All right. There we go. Because I want to get through to the cross-examination. That's very.
Yeah, but you
That's
can come
very
back to sit
good,
with me.
Rambo. Oh wait, no, stay there.
Oh, stay there.
Don't move.
Never mind.
Little, you can call up and cross-examine the witness now.
Your Honor, I once again ask, how do they know
No,
I put up the sign?
Move up. Go stand in front of him.
You gotta go stand in front of Rambo.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Elegant. Let's go, Little. Let's hear it. Cross-examine.
Rambo.
You can't. Not you're talking to Rambo. Yeah.
How do you know I put up the sign?
You're under oath.
Who
Rambo,
else
by the
would
way.
have put up your sign? Did you contract anybody to put it up?
I didn't contract anybody. I don't know who put up the sign.
Are you denying that you put it up?
I'm not denying or confirming that I put up the sign.
Well, I wasn't physically there, but it doesn't make any sense that somebody else would advertise for your build like that.
What if it was a
So-
customer? What if they loved my service so much they just had to tell everybody,
I'm-
like that one guy from SpongeBob who had the Krabby Patty and he just had to tell everybody.
Maybe they would have asked me. They would have had permission and asked me. They would have had the respect for me to ask to put a sign on my build.
Maybe.
Okay.
But they
What
didn't.
it really boils down to is whether you did it or not, and if you're remorseful or not, and a lessons learned. Like next time, maybe we ask each other, "Hey, let me do this," or "Hey, let me build on your property."
I can't be remorseful for a crime I did or did not commit.
Then
Right,
it comes down on
any
it comes down on your
uh,
integrity if you don't want to
any
admit you built it.
objections at this time, Raz, to what he said?
I would just like him to be asking legitimate questions instead of just going in circles with questions and his answers.
legitimate questions.
Ask
You guys are
very
stating
straightforward questions.
Objection.
put up
It's
the signs?
argumentative. Little's being argumentative.
I'm not being argumentative.
You can't make an objection. Raz, do you think he's being argumentative?
Yes.
Yeah, objection is
I object
sustained.
to that,
Stop
Your
being
Honor.
argumentative. You can't object to an objection. All right, come on. Ask him more questions. Don't argue
Okay,
with me.
you say the sign is on your build, but from that picture, we can clearly see the sign is hovering above a ravine. Is the ravine your build as well?
What are you talking
It's
about?
damage to property, not damage to build, is the charge against you. That's on his property.
Is the ravine part of his property? Is that damaging his property value?
Yes.
Is it Rambo? Is it part of your mines?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
From what I've seen, walking past
Your
there
Honor,
multiple
I would like
times,
to object. I would like to
He's
submit
fencing
some
around there.
evidence.
You wanna object and submit evidence?
Yes.
How about we
Whether-
let Little finish cross-examining and then you can submit evidence afterwards?
Okay.
Okay, let's do that. Little, wrap it up quickly.
That's all I had to say.
All right, thank
Thank you,
you.
Your
Raz,
Honor.
evidence time. Let's do it. Rambo, you can come down from the stand now.
I'm walking into work, so I might have to stay up here for a second.
Okay, that's fine. Raz, you can submit
That's
your
fine. I'll
evidence
just
now.
pretend he's
I
right
just
next to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Little, go back to your seat.
so to go against Little's questioning about the property of Rambo and what is and is not his property, I'd like to submit this picture into the VC text.
Go for it.
So as seen in this picture and described to me by Rambo, the red line is his property line. So anything within that red line is his property. And that yellow circle in the middle, that is where the sign was located. And as you can tell, it is right in smack dab right in the middle of his property. And again, Little had no business putting his own sign there to promote his builds and
Allegedly.
stuff. It has your name on it.
It does have his name on it, that's true.
But that doesn't mean I put it up.
Well, it doesn't necessarily, but it hints very strongly.
If this is your your quote unquote experience of law. Anyway,
This
continuing
is a real
on.
offense. It's called the Shaggy offense. You don't have any real evidential proof that I did it, so I can just say it wasn't me.
Well, we certainly don't. We don't have.
provide the evidential proof that it was me. You don't have that.
Well,
You can't prove
if I
that.
could interject at this time, I would say that because this isn't a criminal case, we don't need to CCTV. You know, we don't need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt it was you. We need to prove, you know,
I'm
beyond.
being accused of a crime
Hey.
I did not commit. I'm going to
This
defend
isn't
myself
criminal though.
any way
This
I
is
see fit.
civil. This two different things.
I'm saying the burden of evidence from the prosecution is lower because it's not a criminal case.
You still have to prove that I committed that crime.
Yeah,
They
but
could
the
have brought
burden of
anybody
evidence
up
isn't
under
as
this chair,
high.
into this stand.
So-
They could have said it was
So you're
Marvel that
denying
did
that
it.
you committed it?
He's
I'm
been
neither confirming nor denying that I did it. I'm just saying that you were saying I did it. I'm saying I allegedly did it.
and we have evidence, but your one defense,
Wait,
which
hold
is
up,
very
wait,
shaky,
quiet,
is
Shouldn't I?
Your
Shouldn't
evidence
I
is just
ask if
pictures
he
of the
pleads
crime.
innocent or guilty? Shouldn't I ask if he's innocent, pleads innocent or guilty?
Yes.
oh yeah, he needs to pick one or the other. You can't be in between.
Okay, once we're done with all the arguments, I'll ask how you.
Hey, wait. Morning, night, morning.
I know that should probably come first, but who cares? Okay. Little. At this time, would you like to call any witnesses or present? Well, you don't need to present evidence. Would you like to call witnesses?
No, I
You
think my
can't call me.
defense is fine right now.
All right. Okay. Very good. Would you like
I
to
may
give
call
any?
one,
You
though.
know. Would you like to give any rebuttals or anything against anything submitted so far? Like, do you think no, this evidence is completely inadmissible?
It is
You know,
inadmissible. Those are just pictures of a crime scene, not of the crime committer.
What about the second
I
one that
post a
shows his
picture-
property lines? That shows damage to property.
I can't deny or agree with those because I don't know people's
A
property
sign-
lines.
A sign with your name on it.
He literally had to go. There's signs posted all over the place. It says Clemson. So he had to
Okay, well,
pass
this is
one
for
of
me
those
to.
signs
This
to
is
get
for
on
me
my
to think
property.
about when I. This is for me to think about. But
The
this is for me
sign
to think about
easily could
later.
have said, "Go check out Cleaver's bodega." That doesn't mean he put up
Yeah.
the signs.
I
What
point
if I'm being
strongly that I
framed?
did.
What if somebody wants to frame me? Have you thought about that?
Well, then you would have to present evidence that someone is framing you.
I don't have any evidence for that.
You'd have. Exactly.
Well,
Why would
then
I
I
frame
don't
you?
think someone's framing you.
And that's a pretty shaky
Okay.
defense.
Okay. Raz, is there any more evidence you would like to submit or any arguments you'd like to give before we move on to the next round of arguments?
I
It
gotta go in,
would
so I'm
just
gonna
be
mute,
another.
But I'm still here.
It would just be another picture of a sign that says the same exact thing but at a different location. This was submitted to me by, sent to me by Mr. Arditi behind me.
Got it. And
PT.
this doesn't prove anything for like RDD. This is just showing that it's a repeat occurrence, right?
It is a repeat. Yes, that is. He was just
Okay,
confirming it's a
Yeah, come
repeated
on.
occurrence.
Submit it and I'll take a look at it. That's good. Just wanted to show, yeah. You know, what's the, if someone else did do this, why would they put them up everywhere? Okay, I hear that. Very good. I see. Check out little, yeah, and this is at our Diddy face.
This was sent to me by him, but I am not sure if that was him that took the screenshot or if that was someone else.
Face, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Very good. All right. Beautiful. Little, anything you have to say about the recently submitted evidence? And damage to your path. Well, that's a separate case that you're gonna have to bring up. Damage to
that's a
path.
separate case.
That's separate.
But that's not going to be admitted into this case.
You can
Yeah.
you can text me. We'll talk about that. Wait, different time.
Okay, Little.
I have the same defense. If they can't prove I put up the sign in front of Rambo's, how can they prove that I put up the sign in front of our Diddy's?
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm going to call a recess quickly. Little, can you come to my office very quickly? 2-minute recess. All right. All right, be seated, be seated, be seated. Be seated. Everyone be seated. Okay, we're resuming. Hi, Zane.
Hello.
Okay. Little, go back to your recess is over. Go back to your
checking the lamps. The lamps.
Okay, Dagger, is that your new spot, Dagger? Okay. Yeah, no one moved Dagger. Okay. Right. All right, got it, Kaius.
I'm bored.
So we're gonna move forward now. Little's defense, as of yet, for recap for Zane, who's just joined, is that I didn't do it. You can't prove I did it, right? And the prosecution in Raz has presented some evidence, which is, fairly convincing, but not totally convincing. There's still wiggle room. What I want to talk about now, and because it's a bench trial and I'm the one deciding if he's guilty or innocent and not jury, I'd like to ask about the other two charges. So damage to property has been pretty well covered. I'm pretty, there's been a lot of evidence submitted on damage to property. I've seen property lines, stuff like that. I want to hear about emotional distress and public nuisance. In what way is he a nuisance to the public? In what way is he causing emotional distress to Rambo? I've heard a bit in Rambo's testimony about his emotional distress, but let's hear about public nuisance. How's he a public nuisance? Raz, let's hear it.
Your Honor. Why it's a public nuisance is there have been multiple occurrences seen by numerous witnesses that Little has been placing signs saying, "Come check out Little's bodega" with precise coordinates.
Objection! You said that people have seen this. Can you prove that?
Has anyone caught him in the act?
I've seen the signs.
Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't.
You didn't see it happen. Okay. Continue. No. Thank you.
And Your Honor,
but
I asked that to be dismissed.
What, sorry?
I asked that to be dismissed. They said that they've seen people being a public nuisance, but they just said they haven't.
We've clarified. We've seen people have seen him. We've seen them, but we haven't seen him place it. We haven't caught him in the act. That's clear.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say we caught him in the act. I'm just saying we've seen the signs that have your name plastered on them with the same message. Anyway,
is that good, Little?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Hey, gotta try it.
Sorry. Nice one, okay.
Why?
All right. Okay. Continue, Raz. Thank you.
The reason why it is a public nuisance is, one, it's on someone's property, and it was never approved to be on their property. Two, no one asked for these signs to be placed anywhere in the realm. If anyone wanted to have any of Little's builds in their area, they would have contacted him directly, instead of just putting signs up. Which is why it's a public nuisance, especially since it's been seen on Rambo's property and elsewhere on other property. That is all.
Beautiful. Thank you. Little rebuttal.
I don't have a rebuttal
I know
for
what
that.
you're gonna say.
I think everything they've said is true, except the part that I did it. Yes, these signs exist. Yes, they have my name on it, but that doesn't mean I did it.
Your Honor, I like to motion that Little comes up with a better defense than it wasn't me.
It's a great defense.
Okay, now that we're done with this, I'm gonna move forward with an important question which I should have asked at the start. Little, I'm gonna ask you how you plead in this case, which should make it slightly more interesting. Okay,
Innocent.
Is he okay with that? How do you plead?
Innocent.
You plead innocent, which means you didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's no more may or may not. You didn't do it.
That's for you to decide.
Okay. He's saying, yeah, I know. Yeah, he's saying he doesn't do it. All right, well, he pleads innocent. He didn't do it. I mean, the burden of the proof is with you guys. He just needs to maintain his innocence. Innocent until proven guilty, we know, you know. So, as long as he maintains his innocence and you can't prove him guilty, but again, because this is a civil dispute, you don't need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. You just need to prove with some certainty. His name on the signs in repeat locations is decent amounts of evidence. So I've heard about all three, to be honest. I've heard Rambo under oath talking about emotional distress, you know. We've seen multiple locations in which he might be a public nuisance, and we've certainly seen damage to property, we've seen evidence of property lines. Just the only question still swirling about is, did he place the signs, right? So.
Well, Your Honor, as I said at the beginning, I am a witness because when I first joined the realm, which was very much well after this realm has been established, Rambo was showing me around, and Little was also present at the time, and he actually pointed out to me, saying, "Look at my sign," and proceeded to point out the one that was at Rambo's.
Would anyone have any objections? Would anyone have any objections if we called Raz up to the stand?
I would.
During this trial.
He's his attorney. He can't be a witness.
He's an attorney. He can't be a witness. That's true. That is true. Attorneys can't be witnesses. So what you say, that evidence is inadmissible in that case, unfortunately.
I'd like to object. He's an interim legal representative because Bolt was originally my attorney and Bolt was unable to show up, so the court appointed legal representation with Raz.
Got it. So because
I'm also representing myself, so Raz is just court appointed legal representation.
Little.
You can rule that.
What do you think about this? He's not because he wasn't the official. Because he's not the official lawyer for this case. I'm happy enough calling him up to the stand.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, it'd still be hearsay.
You will have a chance to cross-examine. Rambo, would you like to call Raz up to the stand at this time?
Yes, I would.
All right, go on then. All right, Rambo, move forward and you may ask your questions. They have to be, I think it's non-leading questions, right, for the initial?
Yes. So, Raz, I would like to hear.
No, they have to be leading questions. All right, go on. Sorry, go for it.
What we obviously don't have. I don't have physical evidence, but you testified that you saw him place these signs and admit that they were his signs, and was kind of showing them off, saying, "Hey, look at my sign." Is that not correct? You saw him physically admit to these being his signs.
A very good point he makes. Okay, so under oath. So just to recap what just happened for the court reporter, Rambo just asked Raz whether he heard Little talking about under oath, talking about bragging about his signs, claiming the signs as his, saying they're my signs. Talking about his signs, and Raz just confirmed a yes. Yeah. All right, you can continue now, Rambo. Sorry, go for it.
So he during this display, he admitted ownership to these signs, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that's physical evidence with your testimony that he took ownership and he knew that he was these signs, even though he has said, Your Honor, under oath, that he had no knowledge of these signs and they weren't his. They could have been anybody. But I have a witness that saw him do it.
Little's never been under oath in this trial as of yet.
Yeah. It also shows a pattern of conduct. He was literally bragging and posting these signs everywhere, all over the realm, which we submitted evidence for. And Raz can testify that he's seen the evidence that was submitted to him. I also have another witness that also saw these signs. So I have a witness that is submitting testimony that he literally took ownership and responsibility and claimed they were his signs.
All right. Any further questions, Rambo?
No, sir. I'm done.
All right. Little cross-examination, please, if you please, Mr. Dufresne.
Raz, you say I told you this. I could say I didn't tell you this. We both have no
Can you
proof of
back
either
up a
of these
little bit?
things.
I can't see you. Your character's short. Perfect. Thank you. Better. Continue.
Can you prove that this conversation happened? I can say that it never happened.
He's
or that
under
you
he's
told
under
me that
oath.
you
He's
put up the
under oath.
signs.
Wait, Little, I'm going to interject here. That defense is invalid because he's under oath when he said this, so we're going to presume that yes, that conversation definitely happened.
I can say that actually he told me that he put up the signs.
Are you saying he's lying under oath?
Maybe I am. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Objection.
Yes or no? Do you
Argumentative.
think he's lying under oath?
Mm-hmm.
What's that called again?
Objection.
Yeah, objection, Rambo. Let's hear it. Or not.
Rambo? Rambo, speak. Speak for the love of God. Speak.
Argumentative.
There you go.
What did he say?
Argumentative.
Argumentative. Dismissed. I want to hear this. Little, continue.
Okay. Let's hear
Raz,
it.
you say this conversation happened. In fact, I remember when we showed you around. Rambo wasn't there. Dagger
Okay,
was.
hold up. We're gonna clear all this up right now. We're calling Raz step down, Little step up, swap places.
Okay.
Little, can I mention now you're now under oath and everything you say must be true, otherwise God will smite you with his big hammer.
Are you God?
Yeah, no. Okay.
No.
Okay, so Raz, you may now ask some questions to Little, and everything you cannot. But before we clear this up, because he's also representing himself, you cannot ask him, "Did you commit the crime?" about any of the crimes. Okay, but what you can ask him is, did this conversation take place? Blah blah blah. Stuff like that. All right, continue. And Little, no lying. All right, let's start.
I don't remember exactly how this conversation went. Because I do. I remember exactly what happened right before. You told me that was your sign. You showed me your sign.
Yeah,
I distinctly.
Yeah,
I was sorry. That was my question at the beginning. If you remember exactly how the conversation went.
Little?
I do.
Okay. Would you like to tell us in the courts how that went down?
Yeah, it was me, you, and Dagger. We were showing you around the server, and we saw the sign. I said, "Hey, Raz, check out the sign." We all laughed, and then we went on to show you the courthouse.
Raz?
I would like to object to that last little bit because I was here before the courthouse was made.
Was it under construction?
No,
it was not even a thought yet.
Not even a thought yet. Okay. So these signs have been here a while. Then the courthouse was made a few weeks ago. So, all right. Okay.
Yes, because
still has my shop. My shop has also been up for a couple weeks.
That's true.
I think about 2.
Very useful shop, by the way. I might add. Sorry, off the record.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Little, you've admitted to the conversation taking place in which you declared the signs were yours, yes?
Not declaring that the signs are mine, but yes, this conversation did happen. I did point out the signs.
Raz, do you want a question about the contents of the conversation? You can't tell him you can't ask about whether he placed the signs or not, but you can ask some questions that might get at that very closely.
Actually, I would like to ask Dagger if he recalls any of this happening, since Little is claiming that Dagger was.
Wait, before we do this, Dagger, are you happy to come to the stand, or will that affect the recording? Recording comes first.
POV.
If it messes up the recording, then I don't want to.
Nah, fam, it'll be fine.
If it does,
it'll be fine.
If it messes the recording, can we just have him just stay there and just?
It won't mess up the recording, bro. It's okay.
All right, Dagger. I'll just stand then.
can't
Little,
talk that loud.
little, back down. All right, Raz, let's go.
Dagger, do you remember at all you showing me Rambo's place?
Under
Or
oath.
showing me around the server when I first joined?
Not vividly, no, but I remember like walking around the server.
Do you remember if this was before or after the construction of the courthouse?
I think it was before the courthouse.
That is all. That's all. You can step down.
Little, stay up there. Little cross-examination, please.
Dagger, you can
Is
come
he
back.
back?
You could call me up after.
I'm tiny.
No, Dagger, stay up there. Raz, go back to
sorry.
your
I
chair.
thought Little's going
Little's
up there.
cross-examining.
My
All
bad.
right, Little, go for it.
Dagger, you said you think that this was built before the courthouse, but my shop has been open after the courthouse was made. In fact, it was made because of the courthouse. Your guys' demand of resources, I thought I would benefit on the situation to make my shop.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So the signs could not have been put up before the courthouse, even during construction or after it was built, because it was made in direct.
Objection, Honor.
Because of the courthouse.
He's leading.
That is leading.
He's leading the witness.
Sustained. Non-leading questions on a cross-examination. He's right. Yes or no's for cross-examination.
Are you guys doing like a role play?
No.
Little,
What?
you or your brother can continue. That's fine. On your behalf.
Yeah, no, that was it.
That was it? All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Dagger, you may step down and return to your position. Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask Dagger a question before he leaves the stand.
That's fine. All right. One more question to Dagger from Rambo.
I can't believe this. All right, what?
Rambo, step forward, if you can.
Dagger, do you recall me going on family vacation recently, and I was gone for a week on a cruise?
I do recall.
Do you recall that's when the courthouse was built?
It was built when you were going, yes.
Do you recall vividly a conversation about the sign happening before I went on my family vacation?
I do
At
not
all?
know.
You may or may not. Okay. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Dagger, step down. Right. Our next proceedings will be our next proceedings will be closing arguments. We're going to take a quick 1-minute recess before then. Have a chat. Anyone who wants to see me in my office, they can. And we'll take a quick recess and then we'll resume. We'll resume the trial after that. All right. Thank you.
Rambo, text me anything on the chance that we
If
win.
anybody needs food, come to the cafe.
What
Waffle.
the
Yeah, the verdicts are final, right? So if like you say I'm not guilty, and then later on you're like, you know what, I think he was, you can't change it, right?
Yeah. No. Unless you wanna unless you wanna appeal my verdict, which will happen in
No.
a separate case. Then I'm pretty.
No.
You
No.
you can choose. All right. Be seated. Be seated. Okay. So. We're going to move with closing arguments. We'll start with the prosecution, then the defense. Let's go. Just like at the beginning, except now that we have all the evidence we have, it might have changed the nature of the argument. We'll start with Raz first. Little, take your seat, please.
You told me.
No objections or anything at this time. Sorry, I might have dementia. Who knows? Yeah, no objections at this time. We'll just hear straight through. Let's go.
Okay. Closing statements from us is obviously we have provided what we believe is sufficient amount of evidence to show that Little is the one who put those signs down, even if no one saw him do it. We have sufficient evidence suggesting he did, in causing the numerous charges that my client is putting against Little.
Thank you, Raz.
And in
Yes.
the case that he's wants to fight that, I still have more witnesses, but we'll leave that for another time. That is it.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Raz. Little, let's go. Let's hear a closing argument.
My closing argument I've written beautifully down in this book.
I've already seen the book, yeah.
Wasn't me. Thank you.
Okay. What we're gonna do now, because in the absence of a jury, because he waived his right to a jury trial at the beginning on the record, we will move forward. I will be giving the verdict of whether I think he's innocent or guilty. And Little has said that the verdict will be final, so the verdict will be final. No appeals in this case will be accepted. And I will say whether I think he's innocent or guilty. That verdict will be final, and then I will sentence him. Civil case, no jail time, no execution. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow's case. Make sure to tune in for that. But
Execution.
there could be a fine or something of that matter if he's proven guilty. Okay, so there might be a few minutes of me talking now. So my verdict, there's 3 counts. My verdict on the first count on damage to property is that the defendant is not guilty. I do not, and I'll give my justification after each one. I believe that Little is not guilty of damaging Rambo's property with the placing of the signs. If we're assuming he placed the signs here, we'll get to that in a bit, but I don't think that damaged Rambo's property in a meaningful enough way, 2 blocks, by the way, in a meaningful enough way to be considered for a fine. It doesn't seem. Yes, it is advertisement. Yes, it is on Rambo's property. Do I think it's damage to Rambo's property? No. Do I think it's vandalization? Potentially, but that would have to be a separate trial. So I find him not guilty on that. On the count of emotional distress to Rambo, I find the defendant guilty. I do believe that Rambo was emotionally distressed by this whole incident, whether he was, I do believe that Little places signs. I do think that Rambo was distressed. His testimony was pretty convincing in that he was under oath as well. And I'm gonna say that there's gonna be a fine for that of
Take your time.
inflation on the servers making this difficult.
I'll give him 10 diamonds.
Counseling.
I'm gonna say that Little will $3 diamond blocks to Rambo.
Okay.
It's a minor crime,
3
minor
diamond
compensation. Blocks? 3 diamond blocks, yeah, for emotional distress,
okay.
Minor crime. On the 3rd count of public nuisance, I also find him guilty, the defendant guilty. I do believe that this caused, I don't think it caused damage to anyone's property significantly, but I do think that it was a nuisance. It was on my own property as well, but I'm not going to bring that into it. Yeah, it was a bit nuisancey. He could have just sent a message on Discord. It didn't need to be signs. So yeah, that's guilty. And the charge for that will be 1 IOU to Rambo within a small measure of reason. So he'll give Rambo an IOU saying, hey, I owe you something, but it has to be a small task because this is a small crime, small task. So it can't be like build a mansion for me. It can be like, can I have like 3 stacks of deep slate or something, something like that. So an IOU within reason. So the final compensation that the defendant gives to be found guilty on 2 out of 3 counts would be 3 diamond blocks to Rambo and a small IOU to Rambo. And that is my verdict. No appeals, and that is final. Case closed. Thank you, everyone.
Can I say something real quick?
Beautiful. It's off the record now, but yeah.
Yeah, it's off the record. Since it's final verdict, I don't know why nobody thought of going through the Discord messages, but I completely fucking admitted to doing it on the Discord. I sent a message saying I put up advertisements around the server.
Well, that is a oversight on the facts of the prosecution. And hey, maybe that's pretty fucking funny actually. That maybe they could have
pretty funny.
found you guilty on the third count
in
if they looked through that.
Look in the Minecraft chat. I went in. I was like, I put up signs everywhere. I did guerrilla advertisement. And yeah, I
That's
told them to put up
hilarious.
the sign. I just
So
thought
anyway,
I would like to
do it.
say in my defense, I actually have a life and I don't look at it as often as others do. So
So you lied
yeah.
under oath.
Well, no. Well,
technically-
hold up. Everything's off the record. Yeah.
no, technically he did. That is,
He lied under
he
oath.
lied.
He said he didn't do it.
did lie under. Yeah, he said he didn't, and
It's the final verdict. You
let's-
can't go back.
Yeah, it's a final
So he's-
verdict. You can bring that in separately to another trial if you want for lying under oath.
But he's
but
in contempt of court if he was found lying under oath. Can he be detained?
Detained.
You
have
make
to
it
take
good.
me
You
down.
make it.
that is still lying under oath is technically criminal. So
Marvel, everyone can see that whisper, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. Do we think he needs to be held in contempt of court?
No, it's
absolutely.
a record.
Well, if
Everything's off the record, right?
You could,
Everything's off the record, and the verdict
you'd
is
have to
final.
start a new trial.
That would have to be a separate trial, which
Hmm?
might be for another time if Little needs to leave now. So
So Mercs
Deviously.
deviously. That was me the entire fucking thing.
Little, unless you want to cover contempt of court right now, I'm happy to dismiss it.
No, I have to go do the dishes right now.
Okay, yeah, you told me
Yeah,
that.
dishes now. Yeah, dishes
Okay.
now need to be
He,
done.
he told me that before. I'm happy.
I know. I heard him say. I heard him
Not
say it too.
everyone
Wait,
gets
wait.
to
Cleaver, can we
I think
just
we're gonna
file it
leave
later?
that then. Yes, he lied under oath. Was it a bit shady? Yes. Haven't we all? Maybe. Okay, so
No, I thought it'd be funny to bring that up.
Right, no
'cause
helmet.
That would have 100% got me. I 100% admitted to it.
that's very funny. And that was a great trial, by the way. That was so fun. Tomorrow's is gonna be even bigger. I mean, there's gonna be executions and heads flying, heads rolling.